Hi, Sean Huxter here. Welcome to Magical Little Worlds with me. Now today I'm going to zoom out. I'll tell you why. Well, let me tell you a little story first before I do anything. Um, so I've been collecting Polly Pocket and Mighty Max and various other headsets, Magical Little Worlds for months now, and um, I've been aware of a bunch of really cool crossovers or collaborations. And of course, I did a video of the Addams Family Polly Pocket set and a few others, including Stranger Things. And of course, I only have so much money, so I can't buy everything. So I was waiting to buy one particular set for a while, and I figured I'd wait because it'd be around a while. Then I jump onto Mattel Creations site, which is where I get some of my sets, and it was sold out. I'm thinking, wait a second. So I go to Target and it was sold out. And I was thinking, oh my God, what did I do? I waited too long. Sometimes you have to strike when the iron's hot. Buy something when it's available. Otherwise, you could lose out entirely. But then I jumped on eBay and I found it for its original price. So I bought it immediately. And weirdly, it came the day after. And it was in a Walmart box with a Walmart shipping container coming from Walmart. So there was an eBay seller that I bought this from that was specifically not Walmart. So I don't know quite what happened there. Maybe Walmart is disguising itself on eBay. I have no idea. But the bottom line is it arrived today, and here it is. So I zoomed out because it's a package. And look, it's the Polly Pocket Harry Potter Compact. Now, I raised my kid on Polly Pocket and science fiction and fantasy. And one of the things we loved to do was read Harry Potter and then go to the movies. And it was one of the most wonderful experiences I can possibly imagine as a parent. And we did have, and we still do have, by the way, the original Harry Potter Hogwarts set and some of the side buildings that connect to the Hogwarts set. And while they're in storage right now, I am going to find them and pull them out and do a review of them because they were amazing. And I'm so glad I didn't get rid of them when my daughter is grown now. She's almost 30. But I didn't throw away all of her toys. I still kept a lot of them. I threw away some of the lesser toys, but I certainly kept all the ones that I thought might be significant in the future and for her future. Because if she ever wanted those again, I would gladly hand them back over to her. Although right now they're in protective storage in my possession, and I will find them and do a review. But for now, we're going to do this Polly Pocket Harry Potter Compact. I got to tell you, I didn't get the Friends one, although I love Friends. I didn't get it. Oh, by the way, I've been crafting, so you might see some paint and some scratches. I didn't get the Friends one because I didn't like the shape of the mug. And then The Office came out, and that's recently available. And I never watched The Office because I never liked that show. I liked some of the characters, but my God, I didn't like the awkwardness and there was something about the show I didn't like. So I didn't get that one. But my God, I could not wait for Polly Pocket Harry Potter Compact, and it arrived today. And so we are going to open this straight up from the shipping box. I've never seen it before. I have seen videos. Never seen it. The Stranger Things one was a bit of a disappointment. Let's hope this one isn't. I am such a fan. All right, let's cut into the tape and get started. I mean, we're 3 minutes, 35 seconds in, and I haven't even opened it yet, but I had to give you some backstory because I thought it was worth doing. All right, what do we got? First, we have the shipping crate, and we tip that upside down, and we lift it out. It comes with little box cardboard protectors to protect the box, which is very smart. I like that. They understand that a collector may want to keep the outer box. And while I probably will, I'm not going to display this with the box. I'm going to put the box in storage inside the shipping box. But let's get to the meat of this, and that is, this is the Harry Potter collection, the Polly Pocket Harry Potter. I have been wanting this for so long. All right, here we go. Let's find how we open this thing. When I got the Stranger Things one, it was difficult to open because there was some cleverly disguised tape on the bottom that I didn't see, and I nearly destroyed the box trying to open it, but I'm going to try to learn from that lesson and see if there is some way to open this without destroying the box in a way that I kind of destroyed the Stranger Things box. Sorry about that. I've got some little secrets off to the side that we're going to be reviewing later. All right, let's move my light a little. It does take up some space, guys. All right. Normally I throw the packaging, but this packaging stays with me. And I'm going to flip my sign around here. And here we go. This is your Harry Potter Polly Pocket Compact. I'm just going to revel in it for a second. Yeah, baby, I love it. Okay, let's find out how to open this without destroying it, because, like I said, with the Stranger Things one, I nearly ended up destroying the thing. There must be a way. So, yeah, so we have these tape circles, which are fine. There was one kind of carefully hidden on the Stranger Things one that made me really do some damage to that thing as I tried to open it. So we got that. That's fine. Now, there must be something down here, I'm thinking. No, we're good there too. So I should be able to open this from the side. Open that. And, yep. That was a heck of a lot easier to open than the Stranger Things one. All right. Let's pull out the insert, I hope. Here's, I think, where I ran into some trouble with the Stranger Things one. The insert would not come out because it was kind of secretly taped underneath. So let's see if this comes out easily. I do love these. Now, the first Addams Family one I opened, I destroyed the package, not realizing that it was designed to come out easily and then put back. So I kind of destroyed that package. But I'm trying not to do that with this one. So here we go. We have a clamshell over the interior, and I'm going to try to see how... Oh, okay, so this whole thing comes out. That's awesome. And we have Dawn French as the fat lady. I love it. This box will be kept, and I may display it with the box. Who knows? But the important part is this one. Now, this is in a plastic shell, and so I'm trying to figure if... So, I think this should just pop right out. I'm hoping so anyway. Yeah. Is there tape? Oh, man. What did they do? Why are they doing this? They shouldn't do that. It's inside a pretty protective case here. I don't know why they would do something like tape this top thing. Taping the wand to the case? Oh, what a dumb idea. I'm going to call you out on that, Mattel. All right. Okay. So, first impression. Oh, yeah. More tape. Why would you do that? First impression is this is bigger than I expected it to be. After seeing the Addams Family one, which I love, by the way, and you should look at my video because I do love it. After looking at the Addams Family one and the Stranger Things one, which is a bit bulkier, I'm a bit surprised to see quite how large this one is. This is more along the lines of more modern Polly Pocket sets that we've been seeing in stores recently. And also some of the older sets, like the Starlight Castle, which I just recently got. By the way, I'll be doing a review video on that. All right, so far we have the compact open. We have the train is out. One of the characters, Harry's out, and Hedwig is out, and the boat is out. We have a little flap here going. So let's see if we can't get these up without doing too much damage. We have the luggage cart here. We have Hermione. Oh boy, what have they done to her? So she's taped in place from underneath. But I think once you remove the tape, yeah, she comes out fairly easily. I was kind of worried there because she was trapped under this little bubble. Sorry for the hiccups, guys. I don't like that very much myself. I'm going to keep these pieces. I really don't think I'll put them back on here because when I store this thing in a display situation, what's that doing there? I'm probably not going to put back the clamshell tops. I'm going to close that up, yeah, okay. And that's the bottom. Let's see if we can't get our other characters out here. Oh, boy. I don't know what they're doing, man. There's more tape here, which I have to peel off just to clear out. Oh, man, what are you doing? This is not necessary, Mattel. You've got clamshells in here so well designed that they can just sit there. There's no need for this. All right. This is really... I'm going to tell you this is frustrating. I guess I can zoom in a little bit now, too, just to... Once the big box is open. Now, more interior clamshell packaging. We have Dumbledore. I'm going to talk about the characters as I find them, but we'll go into more detail later. So what we have here is Ron Weasley. and what looks like a cup. I'm going to imagine that's a goblet of some kind, but for drinking, not the goblet of fire. Over here we have another cup, and what looks like Hermione's books. And I'm going to say it's Hermione's books because let's face it, the other kids didn't study that much. That's interesting, isn't it? Not only is it a pile of what looks like a pile of books, it's got a peg on it. And that peg is clearly for a character of some kind or something. So we'll discover what that is in a little bit. So we have, now we have this other one, which, by God, if this is taped in, oh, good. There's no need for it to have been taped in the first place. Now we have McGonagall here, one of my favorite characters in the Harry Potter universe. When I read to my daughter, I read with the McGonagall voice, and she loved it. My daughter was an early reader, so when we were reading this, we would trade off paragraphs. I'd read one, she'd read one, and she's a bit like me in a lot of ways. She has this ability to play off on her own while I'm reading to her, and yet not miss a single word of what I'm reading. There were times when I would test her. I would say, Charlotte, what did I just read? Because she's off playing with Polly Pocket or something, right? And she would literally read the paragraph back to me. I'm thinking, okay, as you were, and I'll continue reading. And then we would sit in bed together sometimes, and she would read one paragraph and I'd read another. It was quite the lovely experience. So when I pushed this back earlier, this kind of didn't sit all the way back, and I'm wondering why. And it's not because there was something back here, but this hinge kind of locks in place here. It doesn't go past, it doesn't go horizontal exactly. So the first thing I notice is it's really not staying up. That's not great. That is, I think that's a manufacturing defect, because this is supposed to stay upright. And if it's not staying upright, then that's a failure in manufacturing. And I don't know how they got how'd they get away with it. There's no, see this here? This little catch should hook under here and stay, but it doesn't. It just falls through. Now, if I were to take out a heat gun maybe and push that back a little, I'm pretty sure it would stay that way, and I might have to do that. I'm not going to do that on camera, but I may have to do that, because right now, the whole playset is failing because it won't stay upright, and this is supposed to stay upright. If this doesn't stay upright, that's not a playset. You can't play with it. You can't do anything with it. It just falls flat. Okay, I'm taking 3 points off my 10 just for that alone. That's awful. And this is heavy. This top is not light. This top is not like a hollow compact. This has got a lot of heft to it. And partly because of this amazing, by the way, sculpture of Hogwarts. It's not the Hogwarts we see in the movie, but it is certainly Hogwarts. And it is so heavy in itself with this clear plastic backing that it is more than half the weight of the set. This is heavy. Oh, what are you doing? That's, I don't even know, I should send this back and try to get another one. This is really disappointing. $50 is a lot to pay for one of these. I paid $30 for the Addams Family. I paid $50 for the also disappointing Stranger Things. And although I do love Friends and I didn't like the shape of the thing, I was considering spending $50 to get that one. And I'm thinking, you know what? Nope, not doing that. Okay, what are we going to do? All right, I'm going to keep going. Again, I've never seen this before, so I don't know what the features are yet. We're going to discover them together. I don't know if there's any, like these candles, do they light up? Is there a light feature? I don't see any battery compartment or anything. All right. Let's put the compact aside for a moment because I'm getting a little frustrated with it, and let's talk about the characters. So the first thing we have is Dumbledore, and he's a very nice Dumbledore, I must say. I really quite like him. And this is the old Polly Pocket style, not the new one. So you've got, much like the Addams Family, you've got the circular hole with a peg. I don't think the original Polly Pockets had a peg, but now they do both pegs and holes, which I think is a very clever thing. And you've got the bending at the wrist, the waist, which is vintage Polly Pocket all the way. So you've got Dumbledore, and then you've got, let's go with McGonagall, and she looks great. She's very much the old Polly Pocket style with the spherical head and the painted on eye and mouth detail. But she also has a beautiful green robe, which as she does, and she's wearing her hat. One of my favorite characters in the entire Harry Potter universe. Followed by my absolute favorite, of course, Hermione. Boy, they've certainly given her a bit of a forehead, haven't they? Yeah. I think this whole face was supposed to go up like a full millimeter, because right now it looks like, wow, Hermione's all forehead. Here's her hair. Her hair is solid plastic. It's not gel like a lot of the characters, including the Addams Family hair is gel, or I shouldn't say gel. It's kind of silicone, but this is solid plastic, and that is Hermione. And then of course we have Ron Weasley, looking pretty good all around. You got the freckles and everything. You got the freckles for the nose, freckles on the side. Yeah, he's definitely Ron Weasley. And he does not have the huge forehead. He's actually looking pretty good. All right, and then the last of the human characters is, of course, Harry Potter. Yeah, no complaints here. Harry Potter's looking pretty good. He's got the little scar up there. He's got the glasses. He's got everything you need to be a Harry Potter. And, of course, solid hair. Solid plastic hair rather than silicone hair. And, of course, there is one more character we're not talking about yet, and that is Hedwig. Of course, Hedwig plays an important role in the show, in the books and the movies. Hedwig's nicely sculpted. Not bad at all. Well done, Hedwig. And I think I now know what the pegs are for. And they probably aren't Hermione's. So what we have here is a luggage cart, which I showed you before. The luggage cart does have the luggage, the Hogwarts trunk. And I'm thinking this might come off because, yeah, it does, because it was rotating freely there. So I think what you do with this is you take the books, which I thought were Hermione's, but clearly this is Harry's books because he's running through platform 9 3/4. And the books sit here. And then, of course, you need Hedwig to sit on top of the books because that's more or less the situation they had when Harry ran into the platform, and to be taken off to Hogwarts in the train. Of course, Hedwig here is not caged, is the only difference. I also notice, I don't know if this is real. Yeah, I thought I noticed a seam in the luggage that would be openable. Maybe it is, but there's no hinge. I'm going to try this. I don't know if this is an openable piece of luggage, but I am going to try it. Bear with me. If I break this, it'll be my fault. Does this come up? It's definitely molded of 2 pieces, but I don't see any way that it's going to come up. So I don't think it's, I thought, certainly there's no hinge, but I thought maybe it would lift off to reveal something underneath, but I don't see it. All right, so let's put Hedwig and the books back on the cart. And then we've got the sorting hat. We got the sorting hat here. Oh, yes, and there's his face. Yeah, that's pretty good, actually. That's a really good rendition of the sorting hat for such a miniature. And then we have some goblets. There were, I don't remember if there were, yeah, there were 4. One rolled underneath the faulty compact. Okay, so there's a goblet, a drinking goblet, which I'm sure will be used at the high table or one of the tables. And again, I think the goblets, being goblets and not just cups, are probably for McGonagall and oops. Almost dropped it on the floor, which, as you know, is a thing I do. McGonagall and Dumbledore. And these are cups for the lowly students, I think, because clearly I think that the goblets belong to the head teachers. And then you have the boat with the lamp, which they use to sail through the river to get to Hogwarts from the station. That's the characters. Let's talk about the compact. And my already disappointment, my disappointment with this compact for just falling down on the job, literally falling down on the job. That is unforgivable, guys. There's no way that should be allowed. I may have to return this for cause. That is just unfair. Let's get over it for a second and move on. All right, so what do we have? We have I usually start with the bottom of any compact. Now this door keeps flipping open and it will not close. It will not stay closed. I can push it in here and it's ridiculously hard to close, but like it just flops open like it was not even closed. And yeah, once again, manufacturing defect. Now this is a big sticker all the way along, but that's the platforms into the train station. You've got the, I think that says 9 3/4, but it's really hard to see. Yeah, that says 9 3/4 on the train sign here. This is, of course, the doorway to to platform 9 3/4. Oh, there's 9 and 10. You see, clever. So what you have is platform 9 and platform 10, and I bet you, yeah, it folds down that way. So that's cool. So as they make a run at it, with the cart, you can just go right on in. And of course, it does still come out, but it's much hard. I don't know, man. Not pleased, not pleased. And then this whole thing folds down to reveal the train track, and the train track has the Hogwarts train, which I haven't talked about yet, but it shows up. Pretty dumpy looking train, to be honest. It doesn't look anything like the... it looks nothing like either the engine or a car. We do have the seats there, so Ron and Harry can meet up, and then Hermione can come by later. The wheels do run. Cool, so 4 of the wheels do run. Do have axles, and this, of course, train would, if it actually sat correctly, go here on the train track. So it would come in and come to a stop at the platform, and then people could get on and go to Hogwarts, where this will not stand up. Oh, I am very upset. All right, so there's the train. Don't get me started. Now, why we have a boat and yet no apparent ocean... Wait now, I'm seeing hinges here. Let's see what happens. If I pull this up, very clever. Okay, I would say it redeems itself, but it doesn't. This is still unforgivable. I love the fact that underneath the Great Hall, you have a really cheesy, honest to God, guys, this is a cheesy sticker. That's a badly done sticker. Okay, let's forget that. But the water is beautiful. Look at that. I love that. And I love the stairs going up. This is very much what I expect from a Mighty Max set or a really good Polly Pocket set. Beautifully sculpted rocks, beautifully sculpted water in a translucent green kind of. It looks like it anyway. And stairway up. This is so Mighty Max to me. I love it. And so, of course, you put your boat in here and you can put one character, or you can fit maybe one character on there, which, of course, is not what happens in the show or the books. Yeah. Okay, and then, of course, this comes down, and now you're at the high table, at the Great Hall and the high table, at the tables. So you got your student tables here. You've got spaces for your characters to... Oh. It can't even sit properly because of this. I'm almost tempted to just stop the video here and send this back, but I'm going to persist. This back, if this wasn't so heavy in the back, it might stay up. I am going to later tonight take a heat gun and push this back and see if I can't fix this problem. Because as it is, this is not worth what I paid for it. All right. And I don't get angry at these things. I really don't. There's not one single video I've done where I've gotten this upset. Even the Stranger Things ones, which I thought was slightly underwhelming, was not at least angering. This is angering. I'm very upset. Okay, so let's do the top level. No, maybe we haven't really finished the bottom level. So we have tables here, and the characters can sit in the tables, and we have plates, but that's about it. And there are these 2 little pegs, and of course these are for the little cups that we already talked about. So the student cups go on the student tables. The students can sit at the tables. I don't know how they would stay there. I mean, the characters bend, obviously, at the waist, but there's nothing to keep them upright except leverage from having them lean back and having their feet hit the under part of the table so that they can actually sit upright. Let me see if that works. It just doesn't. It just doesn't work. They do not sit at the table. They can stand next to the table. Oh, look. Is that Scabbers? It's a rat. I'm betting that's Scabbers. You don't really see a lot of other rats around Hogwarts, so I'm thinking that's Scabbers, Ron's rat, which, as we know... No, I'm not going to give any spoilers. Okay, let's look at the top, even though it's defective. We have a chair here. This chair is, of course, the sorting hat chair, where you sit to be sorted. This wiggles a little, but I don't think it does anything. I mean, maybe does it... Oh, it does do something. Okay, cool. All right. This is a feature I like. So you can put the sorting hat on the table. There's no peg. Okay, so you can't put the sorting hat on the table. What you can do is sit a character in the chair, hoping it fits. Yeah, you can jam a character in there, but you kind of got to be careful. And then the sorting hat goes on the head, and I know it doesn't even fit on all the heads. Hermione's hair is pretty big. I'd be surprised. I'll try it. And so when you push down, you see that the house shows up here. And if you push the sorting hat chair down, it decides which house you belong in. And it starts off at Hogwarts, of course. But then as you push, you get Gryffindor. I'm just going to get him out of there. Is that Hufflepuff or that's Ravenclaw? Slytherin and Hufflepuff. And then back to the Hogwarts standard coat of arms. Now, these, okay, I was going to say, these floating candles must do something. And so the Harry Potter wand up here, which is a replica of Harry's wand, makes the candles drop down. Now, it's kind of a click system. It's kind of tough. The candles in the show kind of waft up and down like this. But this is a little too tight to do that well. So you kind of, it's just like an up or down system, and you can do it, but it's kind of, you got to be careful. I'm disappointed again. And what do we have over here? We have some gargoyles on each side of the Great Hall. And of course, we have the Great Hall. And there are circles in behind the table, hard to see right here, but you can see them if I get the light right. And this is for your teachers. Now there are, oddly, 4 plates, 3 circles, 2 professors. What's going on here? You got 4 plates at the high table, you got 3 places for people to sit, and you got 2 professors. I suspect they were planning to put Hagrid up here, but we don't have Hagrid. And they really should have probably put Snape up here, but they don't have Snape. And there are 3 place holes. You got 2 here, but let's face it, that's not to be sitting at the table. And you do have pegs on the table, which are meant for the goblets for the teachers, because the teachers get the really fancy goblets and the students get the crap. What else is new? I don't know if there's any other features, guys, to be honest. This doesn't open up. This does this, fine. This sorting hat does this. That's great. All right. Time to sit down, relax, take a breath, and be honest. Oh, look at that. It doesn't even sit properly and flat. I'm almost 30 minutes into this, and I just want to end it and say, don't buy this crap. This should have been the best of the Polly Pocket sets. This should have been the best. At $50, and all of these supposed features, and the characters which look great, and I love the river, the river going into Hogwarts. I hate this sticker. God, it's awful. Don't buy this crap. I'm going to give this a 3 out of 10, and this should have been a 10 out of 10. This should have been an 11 out of 10. I'm going to give this a 3 out of 10. I can't go on. We're almost 30 minutes into this thing. I'm just going to stop now. Just to be fair, I'm going to close this up and once again show, oh my God, they even have this crappy confetti stars in here. I am going to, if I don't return this and get a better one, I'm going to rip this case off, throw those away, and put the case back on, this front clear case back on. This is an utter embarrassment. If I was a product manager and this came back to me from the factory, I would say, start from the drawing board. Throw this away, start from scratch. Don't even talk to me. All right, guys, look. I have not yet done a negative review. My most indifferent review was for Stranger Things, and that was $50 for what I thought was worth maybe $30. On the other hand, the $30 set, the Addams Family, was worth $50 to me or more because it was so perfectly done. I literally called it, I think, what they should be doing. And they're just... All right, look. Welcome to Magical Little Worlds. This one what should have been the most magical of worlds is the least magical of all the worlds. And now I'm going to go to bed and try to sleep this off because this was an unpleasant experience, guys. All right, before this gets to 30 full minutes, which is the longest review video I would have done, I'm going to shut this down because if you've stuck with it this long, bless you, because I wouldn't have. Anyway, maybe I'll do another video later if I can take my heat gun and push that thing back and actually have it stand up like it should. If not, I think this is going back. I can't take it. I can't take this. All right. Sean Huffster signing off. Very disappointed. Bye, guys. Leave comments. I'm sure you will. Bye.